Namo and Phat. Thanks so much for joining me for our daily practice check-in. Listen, listen, listen. This wonderful sound calls us back to our true home. The second mindfulness training. Aware of the suffering caused by exploitation, social injustice, stealing, and oppression, I vow to cultivate loving kindness and learn ways to work for the well-being of people, animals, plants, and minerals. I will practice generosity by sharing my time, energy, and material resources with those who are in real need. I'm determined not to steal and not to possess anything that should belong to others. I will respect the property of others, but I will prevent others from profiting from human suffering or the suffering of other species on earth. For our Dharma lesson, we've been reading More Than Mindfulness, Widening the Field of Practice by the Monastics of the Thai Forest Sangha. And we're continuing today in a talk by Ajahn Karunadhamma called In This Body. Any of the contemplations of the body, whether anapanasati, the 32 parts, the 4 elements, the 4 postures, the activities of the body through clear awareness, or even the cemetery contemplations, all of these are ways that one can develop samatha and vipassana towards that purpose of a very powerful composure of mind. This strong composure allows us to delve deeply into the nature of our experience. The 32 parts contemplation, sometimes called asubha, or contemplation of the unattractiveness of the body, is often seen as a kind of a sideline that particularly monastics do to reduce sensual craving, sexual desire, and as such, it is just an adjunct meditation that's not suitable for the lay community who aren't pursuing a celibate lifestyle. But over the years, I have found from many of our lay practitioners a great appreciation for this. Many years ago, talking about it with a small group of people, one of the longtime lay practitioners came up later and asked me, "Why have you been keeping this a secret? This is wonderful. This is the kind of stuff we want to hear." So I was encouraged by that comment not to just give it a short shrift, not to think it would not be of use to anybody but monastics. It has a broad appeal in a number of different ways and can be used for a number of different purposes. It is very useful for the reduction of sensual craving. As such, it's important not only for monastics, but for anybody who is caught up in strong sense desire, particularly sexual attraction, and finds themselves thinking, "I'm not sure I want to do this, to be controlled by this." Whether you're living a celibate life or trying to be more responsible in your relationships with other people, the 32 parts can be very useful to help cool things down to a more peaceful level. When you really look at it, is that kind of intense craving peaceful? Is that what we want? We can find certain pleasure or excitement in it, but in the end, can you say, "This is really peaceful"? I can't say that. I found over the years contemplating it that it is actually very agitating. It's not to say that there isn't enjoyment. I'm not trying to be a downer for people who are still active in that realm. And it's not a moral issue at all unless you're breaking any of the 5 precepts. It's more just an issue of looking for a bit more peacefulness, settledness, coolness, and clarity. In that sense, it is suitable for anybody who is looking for that settled quality of mind. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. Namo Phat. Thanks so much for joining me today.